Welcome back. We are with the Australian national champion. What's your name?
Bohdan, Temnyk.
And how are you feeling?
Good. If I
How
lost again, I would be very upset. I've had many near misses.
you attribute it to sleeping early last night?
Ideally, yes. I'm still under the weather, so
Mm.
as you know, like,
Mm.
I feel like we're all getting slowly sick due to
Yeah.
the season here. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, like other than that, I've had my nice codral. I'm feeling good. Brand placement.
How are you feeling for tomorrow?
Uh, I feel like I'm after that final, I might have used up all my luck, but there's been numerous two-time champions, like national and oceanic, who have
Mm.
qualified for worlds. So maybe I can join that illustrious club. We'll
Mm-hmm.
see. But after seeing Paulo win 3 events in a row, 3 weekends, maybe it's just my weekend. Monday is a public holiday in my state, so it is technically still a long weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, do you have a game plan for tomorrow?
we'll see.
You,
There's always something you can change. So no matter if you win
yeah.
or not,
Uh,
always something you can change.
yeah. Do you believe that you'll make changes?
We'll see. We'll see. I was
Mm.
very happy with my list, but I'm also just very happy with Thunder in general.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's yeah, it's like any change that I make will be very minuscule, I believe.
So why did you think Thunder Dragon was the best deck going into this event?
As I told Hayden previously, I feel like Thunder was underrepresented in this environment, given like there's like a not like a price barrier, but in terms of like accumulating the cards, they're generally like secret rare or higher, making them harder to attain. Whereas Salamangreat is 3 structure decks is generally cheaper. A lot more people would be playing it, which is why it's one of the most represented decks. Sky Striker has been in the format for the last year. I feel like it's just been around, infinite. People are just willing to play Sky Striker for the um, foreseeable future. So
Mm.
it just seems like Thunder's not being represented, and Thunder's worst mirror match, like, is probably the worst matchup, right?
Yeah.
So Orcus, being a close second if they don't brick.
Yeah. So you were thinking on Orcus as well.
I played around with Orcus on Friday at the local tournament for pre-reg,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's a good deck. I think it's fine. It's very well positioned. Again, I thought the results of Knoxville, anyone who was already playing Orcus would be playing Orcus this weekend. We wouldn't gain too many Orcus players given the results.
Yeah.
We wouldn't gain too many Thunder Dragon players given the results of Jesse winning the event.
Mm.
I felt that everyone would basically just be playing what they've been playing the whole time. And like I'm happy when that happens.
Oh, yeah.
There's no outliers. So, that I strive in those environments. But yeah, and it worked out for the best, I
Yeah.
guess. Like I'm happy.
Yeah.
I told everyone I was gonna win, and here we are now.
Oh, so take us through your Swiss rounds. How did Swiss go for you?
I just versed, a bunch of decks. I had a very poor die roll ratio. Thankfully, the deck is so powerful against the decks like Sky Striker and Salamangreat that I'm able to play with 6 cards. Thunder Dragon gives you an additional, card. Sekka's Light gives you an additional card. Pairing those is just, gangbusters. You just win every single time.
Right.
But yeah, like my one loss was to the Endymion deck. My opponent played very well. He played all of his cards so well that his hand was basically, remnants of the Pendulum FTK.
Yep.
It would be like he was able to summon Jackal King first.
Yep.
So is it Jackal King? I'm not sure. Jackal,
Yep.
Mythical Beast, whatever. He'd summon Jackal of Servant and then be able to combo after the fact. So I wouldn't be able to hand trap him. So game 1 and game 3, I was not able to hand trap him, and then my attempts to push through, were, just not ideal. They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I'd have a hand trap like Gnome. It's like, do I activate this Gnome? I'm trading down in card economy. Maybe I just keep it in my hand and normal summon at some
Yeah.
point. But yeah, that was my one loss in Swiss. Top cut from there, I versed a lot of Salamangreat. It was 3 in a row, which I think is just, one of the favorable matchups. I think it's literally my best matchup.
Mm-hmm.
The deck is very powerful, but a lot of the cards play face up.
Yeah.
Right? So generally, like, a lot of your combos are 1 card, 2 card, but most of the cards that they're playing with play face up, and then the cards in their hand are either hand traps or they're more normal summons. They're more cards like Circle, Signet Mining, just more cards like that. So everything is just in front of me, and I just have to pick it apart.
Yeah.
Right? Hopefully I can, end the game that turn on the second turn, which happens, quite often if my hand is ideal. Dweller is an issue sometimes, but, sometimes you just get there, you have Batteryman Soul, it resolves, and it just goes from there. But yeah, then from there I played Sky Striker in top 4, I believe. And again, one of the more reasonable matchups. The deck doesn't put me on a clock. So I'm able to put cards that stop them from playing, like Colossus stops Engage, which stops Shizuku. and they don't have 3 Kagari now. So Kagari was the good way to deal with Colossus. Now if they use Hayate to send Widow Anchor Kagari to add back Widow Anchor and Widow Anchor Colossus, they have to have a lot more going for them at that point. Now if they do it, they don't have any other way to generate card advantage, like to play back at my boards that I generate. I get to side deck cards like Eradicator, which is just insane against Sky Striker, all the spells go bye-bye. And then we had the finals against Orcus, which was, I got very lucky. I won the die roll. I opened probably the best hand I've opened all weekend. It was take 2 cards away, Hope Harbinger, Hot Red, Hieratic Seal, and a Colossus, which I think played around his strategy relatively well. It meant he couldn't light stage me. Mystic Mine, I have 2 points of interaction for Mystic Mine, and it just worked out very well for me. And that was about it. Game 2 he just bricked, and here we are.
Do you think you'll prepare more for the Pendulum matchup tomorrow?
I always say that I will. It's just very hard to find cards that overlap. I just have to hope that they open, significantly worse, and they generally tend to open against me, I've found. But I don't think I've counted too much.
All right. We're all proud of you, everyone, all the viewers, everyone on the international base. They all know you, and they're all proud of you, and we hope that you might be able to run it back tomorrow.
Hopefully.
We'll
see. 3 times.
Congratulations. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.